girlies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie. I'm so glad that you keep joining me today, and welcome if you're new. If you are new, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there so that we can be friends and so you can be notified of all of my future uploads. I've got lots of fun videos coming your way. Now, whether you are in college or high school or some type of school, maybe you are the mom of your kids going to school. I mean, it's basically like you're in school, right? You need a makeup routine for school, and this is the video for you. Now, if you're anything like me, then you are definitely going to have blue and purple circles around your eyes. Whether you are staying up late from partying too much, or staying up late talking to your friends, or maybe that cute boy, or maybe you were a good student and you're staying up too late studying. We gotta cover up those dark circles before we start anything else, because otherwise it's just going to shine through the concealer and it's going to look like a gray cast, and then you're going to look even more sad. Now also, if you have lots of discoloration around your face, then just spot concealing is not going to do. So we're going to take some foundation, make sure that we are using a sponge to get us the most natural look, and also for a really quick blend here. I generally like to use a medium coverage foundation so that it's not looking too heavy by the end of the day, but it can also give me enough coverage that covers up all of my redness and my veins. Make sure you definitely blend that into your hairline, because you do not want any lines on your jaw or around your hairline. And when somebody looks at you from the side of class, they're gonna be like, whoop, she got some lines there. Not a cute look. Super quick blend right then and there, and now is when we're gonna come in with that concealer and just put that around our eyes to provide even more coverage. And again, using my handy dandy sponge here, looking up so that I get in all of those wrinkles and creases. And if you're younger than 18, you shouldn't have a whole lot of wrinkles and creases. But for the rest of us who are in college, we are past our 18 years, we are into our 20s now, and if you are a school mom, then you definitely have lines. So make sure you are looking up and really getting into those creases. So that concealer doesn't go anywhere, doesn't get all slippy slidey around us, we are gonna set it with some powder. Make sure you set that eyelid so you don't have any nasty oily creasing going on throughout the day. And for me, personally, this is just a little personal thing, I like to put some powder right here on the outer corner of my eye, because that's where I get raccoon eyes the most. And I definitely have to put it right underneath my eyebrow there too, because of my hooded eyes, my mascara likes to hit that part of my hood. And yes, school is long, but I want to make sure that I'm looking fresh all day long, not just at the beginning of school. Now that I have a full base that is just plain and it's very basic, but it covered up everything I wanted it to, now I need to bring in some dimension back into my face. I'm gonna do that with some bronzer here. I have a widow's peak, and so my hairline is way back here, so I need to make sure to really get that back in there into my hairline. Tapping for the most color payoff, and then I will swirl, hopefully not get my hair swirled into it, but swirl for a more even blend. You know, I feel like when I was in high school, I was the one that was doing sports all the time, and so I didn't have time to do makeup, but I always saw the girls. I wore at least mascara because my eyelashes are blonde, and you know, you can see right now, like you can't see my eyelashes without mascara. So I definitely always wore mascara. I felt so naked without mascara. And when I was in my ugly duckling stage of what, 13, 14, I wasn't allowed to wear makeup until I was 14, guys. Like, that stinks. Super, super stinks. And so in that ugly duckling stage, you know, here I'm looking bare-faced and girls are starting to wear mascara. They're maybe starting to wear some lipstick or lip gloss at least, you know, and I'm just over here bare as can be, feeling naked and totally ugly compared to everyone else. So by the time that I got to high school, you know, girls were very artistic and very accomplished in their makeup abilities, and I'm over here just learning how to put on mascara. I didn't know how to put on eyeshadow. And if my younger self could see me now with the eyeshadow looks that I do, I would just be so in awe. So I did go ahead and define my eyes and my nose a little bit more, which using my same bronzer. Now I'm gonna dip into a palette with my Profusion Mauves palette. I love pinky tones. And I'm gonna take this shimmer right here and pop that on my lid. Anyway, back to the story. I didn't really wear makeup. I saw girls that were doing fantastic wing eyeliners, full glam. We're talking complete full coverage foundation with chiseled bronzer and contour, and they didn't really believe in blush. I thought they looked flawless, and I just always was jealous and wanted to do makeup like them, but I was too lazy, unfortunately. Then I got into makeup more when I graduated high school because I wanted to feel better about myself and be pretty, and it's so fun. You know, the funny thing is that I did not think I was artistic when I was younger at all, and artistic in the way of like drawing and coloring. When I saw my friend who could draw like fantastically, I was very envious of that and just thought that I was not artistic. I used to paint my nails, and when I got into really painting my nails, I mean, I started doing like Frankenstein and mummy and like witch, like nail art design, and you know, I would still say, yeah, I'm not artistic. My aunts would be like, you use like the smallest palette and you're able to do the most design, because I would do like cute little flowers and vines and stuff, and I was like, huh, maybe. But I didn't think I was artistic until I actually got into doing my makeup, and that's where I feel like my artistry and my creativeness really is able to come through. I just went in with my Milani Dolce Pink blush. I love this blush. So this actually normally has a big dome right here, but I've been able to flatten it a little bit, and that makes me really happy, because going through a blush will take you like a million years. Like, don't expect to go through a blush ever. I used this one because it already has some gold reflex in it, if you can see that on my cheeks there. And that way I don't have to worry about putting on a highlighter. My blush just already does that for me. It gives me that really nice, youthful glow that I'm going for. There, we've got just a little bit of mascara. We're looking pink and pretty and flirty and ready for school. But this look is not complete without our lips. Gotta make sure to wipe off that excess foundation. And then I'm gonna continue on this pink trend, because also I think that pink goes really well with blue, and I have blue eyes. Also, I think that pink is very feminine, and coming in with a matte lipstick, because if you live any place like me, it's really windy outside, and I really don't want my hair going like this and getting all over my lipstick. That is just bleh. I really don't like it. It's just like ugh, peeling, slime, like slug slime. Bleh. There was your quick, easy makeup routine for school. Again, whether you're in college, high school, even middle school, or you are a mom of kids that go to school, we can't forget those ones, because they're the ones that help us wake up, make sure we have breakfast, make sure we have lunch, make sure we have a coat, and make sure we're wearing shoes, right? And they drop us off at school. If you want to take this look a step further and make sure that you look more awake from that late night, staying up too late, then you will definitely want to catch this next video where I show you how to look more awake by using a nude or white eyeliner. So go ahead and click on that now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!